All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Ahchyam, Yahweh Shai, by Ahchyam, Harakah, Kodash, Barakathum. Give honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all out here across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. You want to say Shalom. This is a lesson. Basically, it's a two-part lesson, about our jobs as elder brothers and teachers, and the job of you younger brothers and proselytes and disciples and cadets. We talk to the brothers, and we have class days and things like that. All right, and you may have prepared a lesson, to go over in class, and for the most part we try to stick to the program. But the spirit is like the wind, man, and we have to let the spirit have free course. All right, studying in classes is very edifying to the body, and those things need to be instituted in camps so brothers can be up on the same page. All right, and also when we water ourselves, so we're actually sharpening up our sword. All right, when we're out there teaching in the classroom setting. Okay, but more importantly is the building up of the brothers, man. Okay, now we have a propensity to do what we want to do and say what we want to say, trying to force the course of the river, and that's not the way to go. All right, we have younger brothers in the spirit and the truth come around. They got questions, man. All right, they got questions and they need to be answered. You're not gonna get all the answers from a video, man. All right, you're not gonna be able to ask the Apostle Tahar, the elders and apostles questions in the moment of watching a video. That's why it's up to you younger brothers, to get the phone numbers of older brothers in the camp, to answer your questions, man. If you're in a group chat, if you have a particular brother information, man, and he's been in the faith for a while, ask the question, man. All right, ask the question. Let me get this real quick. I just had it too. Oh, prick the eye. Come on, man. Sirach 22 and 19. He that pricketh the eyes will make tears to fall, and he that pricketh the heart maketh it to show her knowledge. And we want to make sure brothers are on the same page or up on a level that they're supposed to be through the Spirit. Okay, and one way for that to happen is to ask the younger brothers questions, man. It's not always about putting out what you want to put out, all right? Because certain things are meaty for the younger brethren. So they don't understand the milk. How you gonna feed them meat? We gotta be mindful. It's not just about what we want to show. All right, it's not about being some great, teacher, so to speak, in that sense, but also to be able to bring brothers along. All right, and we do a lot of scoff games, so to speak. We ask a lot of questions. We want to make sure that you're, reading for one, see how the Spirit dealing with you, and see where your understanding is at. And the best way to do that is to ask these brothers questions. And then it shows you, gives you a parameter, all right, of what it is that brother may or may not know. And we can work from there. But we're like the Army, or we're like the military. We don't leave nobody behind, man. Brother got questions, you stop what you're doing. You answer that brother's questions with precepts, preferably 4, so brother can get the understanding of what is being taught. Okay. Rock 6 and 36, or start 32. He said, my son, if thou, it's like my son, it's like my son, if thou shalt be taught, if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. All right, so you got to be able to be taught. You don't want to be taught. All right, and we don't know if we want to be taught if we're not asking no questions. You're just you're reading and you're just skipping over things that you don't understand. All right, or you're in class or in a study and they're going on things and you just keep going along. You don't want to feel like you're out of place, man. Ask the questions, man. If you truly want to be taught, if you truly want to learn, you're going to ask questions, man. Okay? One thing, you don't want to get put on the spot on some basic information. We call it Hebrews 101. All right? Especially a younger brother who's been around, for a while. You may be on the other side of the line. All right? Maybe just a younger brother. And we don't know what's going on in your head if you don't show us. All right? Jacob has a problem with not wanting to be wrong, not wanting to be put on the spot, not wanting to be viewed as somebody who doesn't know. And that's pride, man. That's fucking pride. There's nothing more important than salvation, than your salvation. All right, and it comes with your faith. But if we're not answering the brother's questions, how are they then going to get fully persuaded? How are they then going to be able to teach what is taught if they don't know what is being taught, if they don't understand what's being taught? How are they going to teach? Okay? It's very important that we do these things. It says on verse 33, thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise. All right? So if you love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. So if you just sit around and listen, all right, your questions get answered the majority of the time. Okay? But you gotta be attentive. All right, you gotta be willing to be taught, willing to listen, willing to go out in fellowship and sit around 2 or 3 hours just to get that one little nugget, man. It'd be well worth it. You see? If thou lovest to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. So you gotta apply your mind and be wise, man. All right? Apply yourself, man. Go into these words, go into these breakdowns, go into the etymology, go into the precepts, man. All right, scripture about study to show yourself approved. And if you're studying, you're being diligent, it's gonna show. It's gonna show. All right? And we want to prove to Ahchyam, not to the brothers in the camp, not to the old lady down the street, but prove it to Ahchyam. All right, so you won't be ashamed of your work. Okay? Verse 34, you're getting down to the point. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto them that is wise. So this is for you younger brothers, man. And y'all sit around and try to, and I say, slack it. We put, you guys are giving praise, honor, and glory to the Ahchyam outside, your honor to the apostles. You speak highly of the men in your camp, all right, who you deem to be teachers and men of the Lord. But why aren't you trying to be around them? All right, now we got particular older brothers who, make themselves available for younger brothers. You got some older brothers who, not so much, okay? But you're in a camp full of teachers, man. You're in a camp full of wise men. And you find one through the Spirit that your spirit, but even if your spirit don't relate to them, brother's supposed to be answering your questions anyway. You see? Okay? We all came up the same way. We all came up with questions, man. We all came up with a lack of understanding of these scriptures. But the Lord has blessed us to be around men who are hands-on with us, man. This is something for your older brother too, man. We gotta start being more hands-on with these younger brothers, man. All right, because just because brother's not in the camp, don't mean you can't break bread with them and build them up, so to speak. And build them up. All right, 'cause through the Spirit, we don't even know who these men are. All right? Because I love to hear, stand them unto the elders and cleave unto him that is wise. Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. All right? And this is something that we also look at through the Spirit, how fervent you are. How much you want to sacrifice to be around brethren, just to be in the Spirit, just to get some wisdom, just to get some understanding, to hear the stories about brothers and hear the testimonies, about Ahchyam, what he's done for brothers, man. All right, get into sitting around and hearing the elders talk about these parables and the different layers of the scriptures of understanding that the Lord has revealed to them, man. Okay? And we are supposed to be a sponge, even older brothers, a sponge, soaking up information, man. All right? As thou seest the man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of the door. All right? Brothers be like, younger brothers be like, I don't want to bother nobody, or this and that. Hey, if a brother getting bothered by you being fervent and hot in the Spirit, and one of no answers is that brother's not hot in the Spirit. All right? You older brothers, man, quit being so freaking high and mighty. All right? Humble yourself down to the young men. Make yourself available. All right? You teachers, you bishops, you deacons. All right? We all have to play our part. Okay? Ain't no big eyes and little U's, man. Now there is an order. Don't get me wrong. You're not gonna, you're probably not gonna go to Elder from your crib and, break up, but but he has men under him. All right, that are in these offices for a reason. All right, and fulfilling our lot ain't just giving out fucking orders, Ahchyam. Fulfilling our lot is seeing a sheep struggling with a topic or some understanding, and we, through the Spirit, help Ahchyam, help bridge that gap, help close that breach. All right, I don't deal with younger brothers. Listen, well, how you expect younger brothers to get built up? Are you really gonna rely? This is no knock for younger brothers. Are you really going to rely on a brother being the truth 1 year to teach a younger brother from the other side of the line? There's only so much he can do now. I will say this. That brother still could teach. He still has things to say. But we want to make sure that they're getting schooled and taught properly. All right? And experience is the best teacher, man. All right? It says, "If thou seest the man of understanding, give thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of the door." Now, there's gonna be times brothers might be busy or something like that, man, but nobody busy 24 hours a day. It could be a phone call, you can sit on the phone, break bread with a brother. If you live kind of close and You have the time, go visit a brother, sit down, we don't flip them pages, man. Okay? But also, you young brother, you gotta be showing that you really want to learn. If you're not calling, you're not asking questions, then, hey, we're gonna assume through the Spirit you got it. But through the Spirit, we know that you don't got it. You see? Then we ask simple questions, about certain topics or whatever, and you don't have the breakdown. You don't have the understanding. You see? And all you had to do was ask. All right? Sirach 8:8. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. For them thou shalt learn instruction, and how to serve great men with ease. All right? So we're not supposed to be angry or not liking the talk of the elders, man, or the brothers, man. All right? When you sit around older brothers, you start to get a feel for what they like, what they don't like, what's acceptable to them, what vexes them. All right? So you won't do those things, man. Some brothers are very particular about a lot of things. And the last thing we want to do is offend one of the Lord's little ones. Okay? So unless you brothers know, well, I know this brother don't like being late. So let me get there half an hour early and get him there 15 minutes early. All right? You got brothers who, a little more stern than others. Some brothers don't like a bunch of babbling and talking. Just get to the precept, break it down, boom. We don't need no life examples. Some brothers are okay with that. It's up to you, through the Spirit, to discern, all right, your camp heads, your leaders, elder brothers, brethren in general, on the things that they like and don't like, man. You should know some personal things. I know a brother who likes to look at the clouds, man. You got a couple of brothers who like to sit at the lake and just watch the water and the waves crash. You got some brothers who like to be outside, man. These things you should know. Brother, when you think about a brother, like, man, I thought about you in the store today. I remember, you saying you like X, Y, and Z, and that make a brother's day, man. Brother may be in a bad mood, had a bad week, and here you come with a favorite, with some beef jerky, And those things are important to the body, man. Knowing your brother, knowing how to keep the peace, so there is no schisms in the body. Okay. It says, verse 9. It says, "Miss not the discourse of the elders; they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, to give answer as need requireth," man. Okay. When we was coming up, man, I know the times are different. You keep living in that past helped shape who we are today. All right. The apostles, the elders back then, actually came, all right, and was hands-on with us, man. Okay. Slept in the same house, waking up in the Spirit, teaching us, man. It wasn't for no one day or a weekend. Okay. And these things are very important, that we should be hands-on also, man. Okay? And if we learn from our elders and apostles, y'all should be learning from y'all elders, man, and apostles. Because you have access, physical access, to those men that the Lord has brought up and taught. Okay? And our job is to teach you guys to be leaders so you can go teach somebody else. All right? The answers that you had, or the questions that you had got answered, you're going to hear those same questions in your walk. So now you know how to answer them. Now you know what kind of good counsel to give. Why? Because you've been taught, you've been exercised through the Spirit. Got some more It's on 1 Timothy 3:2. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. These are requirements, all right, that are deemed good in the eyes of the Lord, man. Having a good character and conduct, but also being ready to teach, being apt to teach, man. Okay? 2 Timothy 2:24. The servant of the Lord must not strive, but be gentle unto all men, apt to teach. All right? We're not out here trying to, down brothers, all right, for not knowing something, man. Because there was a time where we didn't know. All right, so we got to be patient, not combative, not malicious when they're asking questions that may be basic. But we got to give these brothers answers according to the scriptures so they can be built up and increase their faith, all right? First Peter 3:15, it says, "But sanctify the Lord, the Most High, in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you, with meekness and fear," man. All right. So we gotta be ready to give these brothers answers, man. A young brother shouldn't have no question that you can't answer, man. Now, some questions don't have no answer. Something you just got to let it play out, and we'll know in the kingdom. But what has been revealed to us, what has been taught us, all right, thus we speak, thus we teach. And those are the answers that we give, according to the Spirit, according to the scriptures, Ahchyam outside. All right? Because Jake wants to know what they want to know. And that's our job, all right, to be those pillars, to be those go-to guys, so to speak, so they can have an answer and get some understanding to the things that they are pondering on, okay? And don't be proud when you do it. Brother asks you so-called a silly question, which is no such thing as a silly question in the truth. Don't be trying to scoff the brother. Oh, you should know this and this and that. And something brothers should know. All right, but we're not here to build brothers down and to make them feel like, that they can't ask no questions because they're going to get ridiculed, man. Stop that. All right? Stop that. Acts 8. Come on, man. Acts 8:5. Then Philip went down to the city of Samaria and preached Mashiach unto them. The people were on accord. Hold on. No, it's not. Let me go down some more. Acts 8:20. Started on 27. Acts 8:27. And he arose, Philip, right? And he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians. Now, the Ethiopian eunuch was an Israelite, man, all right, living in Ethiopia. That's all that is. Come on, man, this damn blue letter, bro. Okay. All right. Oh, 27. All right, it says, and he arose and went, and behold, a man of Ethiopia, a eunuch of great authority under Candace, queen of the Ethiopians, who had the charge of all her treasure and had come to Jerusalem for the worship. And it also let you know that Jake was always had higher ranking in the heathens' kingdoms, man. All right, you think of Moses, you think of Daniel, you know, three holy children, they had authority too, right? Verse 28, was returning and sitting in his chariot, read Isaiah, which is Isaiah the prophet. Then the Spirit said unto Philip, go near and join thyself to his chariot, the Spirit of Yahweh. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, understandest what thou readest. You know, that's important. So sometimes, you know, a brother will tell you, yeah, I got to reading, you know, Numbers. You know, I was reading it. I said, what did you learn? You know, what is it about? All right, do you understand what you're reading? And this is a cut to these Christians. They don't understand what they're reading, man. All right, they think that the Lord is unfair, unbalanced, or one-sided. Okay? Then when we try to break it down to them, they don't want to hear it because they feel like they're dumb now. Nobody wants to feel like they're dumb, right? Verse 31 is the point. And he said, how can I, except some man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. All right, so how are you going to read and understand the scripture without somebody teaching you, man? You're not going to just get up, open the Bible up, and understand these dark sayings and these sentences and these parables of the scriptures, man. You're not going to be able to do it. Now, there are plain scriptures in which they want to ignore those, you see, okay, because they don't fit their palate. But in other scriptures, Gentiles and virgin birth and things like that, which there is no virgin birth, those things are hard for people to understand, man. All right, that's why they get frustrated, because we understand, and to them, we ain't had no teacher, but we do got a teacher. The Holy Spirit, elder and apostles who we set up to guide us, okay? That's it on that. You can read the rest of it yourself. Proverbs 4:7, wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom. With all thy getting, get understanding, Ahchyam. All right? You know, this is mostly to your younger brothers, man. All right? Hold on. You know, get an understanding. When you're reading the scriptures, come to a point that you don't know something, you stop, you go into it, okay? Or write the question down. You know, write the question down in your notebook and continue reading and go back to it and get understanding on it, man. You know? You guys take notes. You know, Jake see older brothers sometimes without their notes. It took a lot of years, you know, a lot of laboring to teach without the scriptures, to teach without notes. All right? Not saying we don't need them, because I have mine, I go over mine from time to time. All right? You know, but it's a good building block of learning how to study by taking notes. All right, but when you read, man, get understanding, man. All right, there was more than one Nebuchadnezzar. There was more than one Shalmaneser. All right, there was more than one Pharaoh. So you got to kind of figure out, you know, if you're a super history guy like some brothers, you know, which one was that? You know. But more importantly, man, get understanding about what you're reading, man. All right, because now you're going to be confused. All right, and we're not gonna be able to help through the Spirit if you don't let us know. You know. I'm gonna end it on this one. First Timothy 4:12. Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word, in conversation, in charity, in spirit, in faith, in purity, man. All right. Just because a brother young in age doesn't mean he ain't got nothing to say. Look at Eliphaz during the discourse of Job. All right. You see, but also younger brothers in the truth, man. You know, help them out, build them up. One thing about Great Millstone, man, you're gonna be in the camp, I mean, you're gonna be dealing, man. You're gonna labor, you're gonna work, and our job is to make sure that you're laboring and working, man. All right? You know? Just because a brother got age on him don't mean he knows. And we know these things. So we gotta tend to the flock, take heed of the flock, know the state of the flock, man. All right, just because a brother young in age or young in the faith does not mean that we put him to the side and just do, you know, and just go about what no, these brothers gotta get built up, man. But your younger brother gotta show that you're eager to learn and want to learn. You know, you got these platforms where you can ask questions. You got certain brothers' numbers where you can ask questions, man. Do it. All right, because we don't know through the Spirit where you're at unless we know where you're at. You know? And it's through our example is what inspires these brothers, man. You know, the younger brothers aspire to be like some of the older Ahchyam, man. You know, and I aspire to be like some of the older brothers, some of the younger brothers too at times. You know? So that one said, call Allah, Yahweh Ahchyam, Yahweh Shai. The bonus to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom.